lines of Ramayana. How about me taking Shiv Bhagwan's katha from the Ramayana? So I'll do two. Ek pant, do kaj. So devotees, I will tell you this morning coming from Balkan. Goswami Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, we always know that he says, I am going to tell you of the exploits and the glories of Prabhu Sri Ram. We call it Sri Ram Charitra Manas. It's like a lake where you take a dive and a bath and the glories and the kathas of Madhyara Purushottam Prabhu Sri Ram. But we observe something very significant, and that is, before he tells us of Prabhu Sri Ram, he first tells us of the Guru. You know that? First line in the Ramayana, what does he say? Bando Guru Pada Parama Paraga Suruchi Suvasa Sarasa Anuraga. But even before that, he was writing what is called the Ramayana Sumiran, where he looked on that altar, that stage that you see in front of me. You see Ganesh Baba, Vishnu Bhagwan, you see all the Devis and Devatas. And Tulsidas Ji took time into paying obeisances to all of them before his writing. It is also very significant to note that in the last line of the Sumiran, he found a very prestigious place on the same altar to put Guru. That's why he says, Bando Guru Padakanj Kripa Sindhu Nararupa Hari Mahamohatama Punj Jasu Vachan Ravi Karanikara. He says, Bando. Bando is the river. I river the feet. Bando Guru Pad feet. I river the feet of my Guru. That Guru, he says, who is what? My inspiration in this world. I call him Kripa Sindhu. He is the ocean of mercy. Kripa Sindhu, Nar is man, Roop is form, Hari is God. Who is verily Sakshat Parbrahm Parmeshwar, Brahma, Vishnu, Bhagavan, Shiva, who I worship on a daily basis. Mahamohatam Punj Jasuvachan Ravi Karanikar. He says, the words of my Guru, Tulsidas Ji says, runs through my body like a flood of sunlight that dispels the darkness of ignorance and shows me a new life, a new vision comes to me when I receive what is called Guru Kripa. Devotees, that katha takes a long time to read, telling you the importance of meditating and praying. So we don't only have a Guru on record. People have a Guru on record, you know. When last did you repeat Guru Mantra? Next story. When last did you see Guru? Next story. When last did you communicate with Guru? Jai Prabhu. That's not really a Guru. And after talking of Guru, he says, how can I write of Sri Ram unless I worship Bhagavan Shiva? So you see, devotees, and listen, this morning we are going to see what does Goswami Tulsidas Ji say of Bhagavan Shiva. Ramayana Katha Prevar Sajjano, Balkan Pratham Doha. चरित्र सिंधु गिरिजा रमणा वेदन पावहि पार वेदन पावहि पार बररी तुलसी दास की मति मंद गवार सिया पति रामचंद्र की जय शरणम। बोलो नाथ मम संकट हरो हरि नाथ मम संकट। तुलसीदास जी ने कहा कि चरित्र सिंधु गिरिजा रमणा वेदन पावहि पार। He says charitra means the glories, the exploits, the leela, Girija Ramana of Bhagavan Shiva and Mother Parvati is so deep and is so great. Vedana Pavahi Par. No scriptures can explain the greatness of Bhagavan Shankar. And you know what he said to himself? He says, look at me. He says, look at me. Bharani Tulsi Dasaki. If the Puranas, Ved, Shastras cannot extol the greatness of Bhagavan Shiv, how could a little Tulsi Das like me do anything? So immediately he teaches us in this world. Mata kar tu abhiman. What do we do in this world? We are like a little bubble, a little drop of water in the ocean. You see, whenever you have Kam, Krodh, Mad, Lobh, Ahankar, Abhiman is called Ahankar, that's a poison that takes over the system of ours. You know that? It causes you to malfunction all the time. Your vision is clouded. The reality and the love that Bhagavan has made and put upon this earth for us, we miss that goal, my dear children. Do you know that? We miss the goal. That's why, again, I don't really want to keep singing. Vishnu tell me, sing, 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 sing. Vish, how much I go sing by? Huh? But you know, the body bhajan says, Man hi devata, man hi Ishwar, man se मन उजियारा जब जब फैले जग उजियारा होय इस उजले तन दर्पण प्राणी भूल न समझे ओ तुरा You know what is man ki darpan, devotees? The mirror of the mind. Draw the analogy with your own mirror at home. If you, the one that you look yourself in every day, dusty, greasy, grimy, when you stand in front of it, you see a distorted version of yourself. You don't see your true self. Take a little Windex and spray it up on it now. I ain't getting no money for saying Windex, but still I see it. Huh? You pass it on it clean. When you stand in front of it, you're seeing your true self. So too, if the mirror of your mind is greasy, grimy, dirty, then what happens? You see a distorted version of the world. But how do you cleanse that? How do you cleanse the mirror of the mind? Don't go and drink, go and say, Baba said to drink Windex, How do you cleanse the mirror of the mind? You cleanse the mirror of the mind by saying what? Bhajale Govind, Bhajale Govind, Bhajale. Ye duniya hai. Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. He Nath Narayan. And then our vision changes. Because if you say Bhagavan has, don't we all say that? God has created the world. But you know what God means? What Bhagavan? What is the meaning of Bhagavan? Bhagavan means perfection, Bhagavan means excellence. So do you think that Bhagavan will ever create something that is imperfect? No. He has created a perfect world, but by our own defects in our vision, we find fault. Don't find any fault in the world, devotees. This is a beautiful flower garden that we live in. As I sit here, look at the height I'm sitting. Can't guarantee next time I could come up so high, but but as I sit here, a little vantage point, I can see everybody. You're looking at Guruji, but I am looking at all. You only seen one person. I am seeing everyone. And you know what I see here? It's a collection of beautiful roses. Jeevan hai madhuban. A beautiful flower garden I see. Look at the smiles on your face. Look at your own disposition, your bhav. Look at your swabhav, your reactions, the love that is exhibited here. Where do you find this? This could be our life on a daily basis. Get rid of the anger, the hate, the frustration, all of these things, my dear devotees. Vedana pavahipar, Barani tulsi dasa kimi, atimati mandagavar. Tulsidas, he says, I'm just a little small person, but let me tell you a little bit about Shiva Baba. What is he saying about Shiva Baba? These are very beautiful chaupais, How I'm singing chaupai like this morning, that's how Uncle Sam used to sing it. How Bhaiya used to sing it. I miss him this morning bad, Shambhu charitra suni sarasa Bharadwaja muni ati sukapava Shri Ram Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya You see, as Guruji sits here this morning, and you all are sitting and listening, does this ever happen in our home? That the head of the home, mother or father, sits with the children and sing even one bhajan, read even one shlok from the Gita, or one line from the Ramayana, together to sing. That is important, that is so important. When your children come around, they are going to learn by example. These children, you see all of them here, 3-4 generations back, they know all the old people too, But this is what they saw taking place in front of them. In the mandir, in the home, bhajan, puja, lighting a diya in the home, all of these things. Do we do it? How can you teach your children if you don't do it yourself? They are going to just see you doing it. How many times in a home you have to monitor little kids because they are taking a box of matches and they are running. Where are you going? I'm going to light the diya. What do you mean you're going to light? You're too small. But they are telling you, you know what? I see mommy lighting that diya every day. That is what you want. That is what you want. If not, it's gone. There's no importance attached to it. This we have to do, my dear children. Today, Sri Yagnavalkya ji is sitting and he is relating katha to Sri Bharadwaj Muni. That was a daily exercise, a daily occurrence, my dear devotees. Every single day they will sit and chant a little bit. And today's katha, they are going to talk about Bhagavan Shivji. Shivji Bhagavan they are going to talk about. And it is said here, Shambhu Charitra Suni Sarasa Suhava. So Tulsidas ji is giving us a little setting of the scene that was there. Yagnavalkya started reading, Bharadwaj Muni, his face lit up. Just as I'm telling you, all your faces look so very bright this morning, so too there was an eagerness into wanting to listen to that katha of Bhagavan Shiva. Bharadwaj Muni ati sukha pava. He is so happy. He just wants to continue listening again and again. Bahu lalsa katha parabari, nayana neera roma valithari. It touches the heart, devotees. Bharadwaj Muni, all of a sudden, tears are running down his cheeks. Or listening to the katha of Bhagavan Shiva Baba, tears started running down. Did it ever happen to you when you go to your prayer room? Don't feel ashamed to tell Guruji, that is something good. Sometimes you're sitting in the car. Sometimes you're just by yourself quietly. A little bhajan comes to mind, a little thought comes to mind, remembering mother, father, whoever it may be, and a little tear will come to your eyes. Today, Bharadwaj Muni, my dear devotees, that is what is happening to him. Bharadwaj Muni, he is there. Tears are running down his cheeks. Let us see what happens in the next chaupai. Prema vibhasa mukha avan bani. Prema vibhasa mukha avan bani. Jasa dekhi harshe muni gyani. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama Jai Ram Shri Ram. Aho dhanya tab janam munisha tumhi prana sam priya gaurisha. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram. Prabhu Ramachandra ki prema vibhas mukha avana bani. That's a very powerful line, my dear children. Prem means love. I do not know what love means today. What is the meaning of love? Looking at someone and telling them, I love you, I love you, I love you. Sometimes one day think, don't go good, I don't love you anymore. Then the other word is friendship. He is my friend, he is my friend, he was my friend. If he was your friend, he was never your friend. If you tell somebody, I don't love you, you never did love them. You see, love and friendship is called unconditional. You love not because of something. You know why this happens? Because condition is taken away, then that is gone. But you have to love in spite of everything. He is my friend in spite. We are human beings, we're going to fall short till this, that, the other. But you know what? That remains. So today, Prema Vibhas Mukha Avana Bani. He is so consumed in listening to Shankar Bhagavan's katha. Not a word could come to his lips. You know that, children? He wants to say, he wants to say, O Bhardwaj Muni, O Yagnavalkya, please continue reading. Don't stop. Don't stop, I'm enjoying it. He can't hug. One word can come to his lips. So I want to see, this morning when I say I'm going to stop, let me see how much are you going to tell me, Baba, don't stop. Anytime I say I'm going to stop and I'll just say, quiet, Sitaram, I go on. When you look on the Singhasan, you're not going to see me anymore. Jai Shri Ram, Baba joking at you a little bit. But this devotee is, when he realized that he cannot speak, Yagnavalkya lifted up his hands like this. You know what he said to him? The same what Guruji is going to tell all of you this morning. You know what he said? Aho dhanya tab janma munisha tumahi pran sam priya gaurisha. Blessed is that day that you all were born, that you understand your purpose upon earth. Okay. When I look around, you come from San Fernando, you come from Bhattacharya, you come from Malik, you come from Valsain, you come from all over devotees. Look where you come from. Baba? From all over. Why? You understand your purpose upon earth. And if I know the Rama, the puja is on today and I don't go, a neglected opportunity, a pastime, a spoken word, and a sped arrow will never come back to you. So how can you miss it? You know that is why you are here. Satya Sanatan Dharma ki jai. Questioning himself, Bhagavan, what sort of a world have you made? I am laughing, I am happy to hear the katha, I am crying, everything at the same time. All of these emotions have overcome me, Prabhu. Aho dhanya tab janma munisha. I will tell you the same today. Blessed is that day that all of you took birth upon this earthly planet. Devotees, you see this here? This is not the world, I want you to know people like you make up just a little chutki like this. Like this, you take all devotees like you in the world and put them together, you're only a little handful. It may seem plenty, Baba, because you come to places like this. How about those who are just moving back and forth, huh? Eating, working, accumulating, sleeping, dying, and keep on going on like this, going to puja? It is not important to them. Being a good person is not important to them. You see, devotees? Sometimes when you are here, you say, well, the whole world is good. But you all are very special. And I want all of us who are here today to make this Kurukshetra, this battlefield that we live on, make it a Dharma Kshetra, make it a planet that is worthy of living. Don't ever think to yourself, what could I as one person do? No. If a million people says that, still not going to work. You have to make sure, take these hands and make a tangible contribution. Make a tangible contribution to your Sanatan Dharma. It is called Dharam Dhwaja. Hold the flame, the torch, the mantle and the banner of your Sanatan Dharma very high and keep walking with it forward. Make that difference, my dear children. And when you do good things, never look back for the fruits of your actions, because you have just destroyed. There are two things, There is a giver and a receiver. The giver is the one who performs the act of doing something. The receiver, the receiver receives. But if you as the giver is looking over your shoulder every day to see when that person will repay that kindness to you, you're missing the goal. Ganesh Bhagavan is the son of Bhagavan Shiva. Hanumanji is the 11th incarnation of Bhagavan Shiva. Shankar Suvan Kesari Nandan Tej Pratap Mahajagabandhan, 11th. So when you pray to Bhagavan, pray to Ganesh Baba, pray to Shiva Baba, pray to Hanumanji. Always prayer has to be done to them. So devotees, I wouldn't be very long, but I would like to say maybe 2 or 3 shlokas from Bhagavad Gita in memory of all those who have gone to the great beyond. 2nd chapter, Bhagavad Gita. Sri Arjuna made a decision that he was not going to go into battle. Emotional reasons, he is not going to go into battle. Krishna Bhagavan asked him a couple of questions. He used him as a medium to ask us those questions. He says, Arjuna, who are you? Arjuna replied, I am a Kshatriya. He says, okay. If you are a Kshatriya, do you know what your duty is? He says, yes, Prabhu, my duty is to fight for righteousness, to uphold righteousness. He says, okay. He says, third question is, if you are a Kshatri and you know what your duty is, and today, Arjuna, the calling is for you to go into battle, to perform your duty. If you do not do it, my friend, who will do it for you? You think this is a favor, the Maharaj family, which we are all part of, you think is a favor they're doing to the old people, or those who have gone? No, this is a duty, an obligation, and a responsibility. And if they do not do it, nobody can do it for them. If we do not do our duty, nobody could do it for us. You don't do it today, tomorrow. You don't do it tomorrow, the next day, or you come in a next janam to do it. Janam janam ke phere, cycle of births and deaths has to go on. This is not a favor we do it to anybody. No. But the devotion is so intense and the understanding is there so much that we are making it accessible to all of you who are here this morning. And for those who are looking on television, wherever you are in the world, looking on to us this morning, the temple in Polo ground is all filled, overflowing with devotees, even on the outside. You know what? You have accepted that invitation to come here and be a part of this blessing. Be a part of this offering unto Bhagavan. He said to him, Om न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्नायं भूत्वा भविता भान भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Arjun, your fears who will die and who will live. But let me tell you, I'm just telling you in quick nutshell. No one dies in this world. It's a change of a physical body and a little spark of divinity. Later on in the Gita you hear Krishna Bhagavan saying the wise grieve neither for the living nor for the dead. Sometimes we think it's a very harsh statement, you know. But you know something? Are you going to grieve for this? When a little spark leaves, what is the first thing we do? We make arrangements to get rid of it. We are aware it has outlived its purpose. So are you going to sit and grieve for that? Then when that is finished, you are looking after a little spark of divinity. Then are you going to grieve for that? It is unborn, eternal, everlasting. It is not slain when the body is slain, children. That's Bhagwan. So where is the grief? You see, when the little spark came in contact with that particular body, a personality erupted. So whenever you hear someone grieving and crying, it's because of the personality that that person created in this life. Satya Sanatana Dharma ki. And then he says, Vasa Shidranani Yatha Vihaya Navani Grihnati Naruparani. Water Baba drinking it. Naruparani Tata Sarirani Vihaya Dranani Yanyani Samyati Navani Dehi. You know what he says? As he would change out clothing and take on others which are new periodically, so too this embodied self will change out old, useless and diseased bodies sometime and take on others which are new according to karma. So before I leave this morning, I want to remind us, how did we get this that you enjoy today? Our karmic accumulation in the past has afforded us this today. There are 8,400,000, call it in Hindi, 84 lakh, from a little one-cell creature to this as a human being. We call this human birth the most complex. But I have come to the understanding that we complex in many ways, you know. We're real complex sometimes, you know. But we enjoy the most prestigious birth as a human being. And do you know, like in every species, there are different levels. So you enjoy a birth, not by mistake or coincidence. One, you are inclined to praying to God. You are inclined to being kind, to being a noble person. All these things, those are additives that you have put on in your karmic life that makes you this that you are today. So there is no reason why we should fail the test. Huh? Nainang chindan sastrani Nainang rahati pavakaha Na chenam kledayantyapo Nashoshayati marutaha. Fire cannot burn the soul, water cannot wet it, the wind cannot dry it, and we can go on and tell you, unborn, eternal, everlasting is the soul. And I read that slok for you a little while ago. It is said, Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityur dhruvam janma mritasya chaha tasmar paripayatvam natvam sochitum arhasi. For those who have come, it is inevitable that we have to say Sitaram one day. And for those of us who are gone, if we have not completed the cycle, we have to come again. Why are we here today? If we say, Bare bhagyama nushtana pava, suradur lab sab granthan gava, sadhana dham moksha ki dwara, paina jahi parlok samhara. If we give so much prestige to this human birth we have, why didn't we make it the last time around? Why did we still have to come? And we say we are enjoying the best birth. Why did we come? Our coming, my dear children, and reaching to this standard here, wanting to come to puja and all of these things, I want you to know you came upon this earth to wrap up maybe 1 or 2 chapters. I call it to finish unfinished business from the previous birth. That is why you have come. You know that? Unfortunate is that individual who has come to close up 2 chapters and he opened another 35 by our actions. So if you think life is painful now, if you think life is difficult now, and you don't do it well, Jai Prabhu, I don't know what will happen next time. Seize that opportunity, and I want you to excel, my dear children. Let everything go well. So we have a couple little things that we have to wrap up before the 11 o'clock hour. I'd like to say thank you and God's blessings to all of you for coming here today to listen to Hari Katha.